Hello, and welcome to Piano Player Pro, your favourite classical tunes arranged for piano. Today, we're going to be playing FÜR ELISE by Beethoven. The story goes that he dedicated this piano bagatelle to a girl that he'd hoped to marry called Teresa. However, she turned him down, and the piece was only discovered and then published after his death. But sadly, the original publisher misread Beethoven's terrible handwriting, and he thought that the dedication was to a girl called Elise rather than Teresa. So the name FÜR ELISE stuck forever. If you haven't already, then follow the link below and head over to the website pianoplayerpro.com, where you can find the sheet music, which is free to download. And while you're there, make sure you check out what other pieces you can learn. I'm regularly adding new pieces and content, so if you find this video helpful, then please hit the subscribe button below. In total, there are 4 piano arrangements of FÜR ELISE for you to choose from, starting with level 1 and then getting progressively more difficult all the way up to level 4. This video is for the level 2 version, but feel free to take a look at the others. So we're going to start by going all the way through the piece once, and before we do that you'll just notice that the A section repeats, so you play that whole section twice. I'll explain a bit more about how that works in a minute, because you've got 2 options to choose from. So you play the first time bar and then you go back and repeat it, and the second time you choose the second time bar, and then you play the B section and then the C section and then the D section to finish. So here we go all the way through. It starts quite high up, so here's middle C, here's a C octave above that, and you're going to start 2 notes higher there on this E, and you're going to begin with your 4th finger. So here we go, and the left hand is just going to play A, E and A. Okay, so that was the piece all the way through. We're going to now look at it section by section. So as I was saying, section A repeats twice. The first time you go all the way from the beginning and you play bars 5, 6, 7 and 8. Then you go back to the beginning, not quite the beginning. You'll notice the first 2 notes you don't repeat because they're already included at the end of bar 8. So you play again bars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but then you skip over and you play the kind of second time bar or the second time option instead of the first time option. That's the second time round, obviously. So from the beginning then, let's just go through it note by note and line by line. You're going to start on this E, so we said it's C above middle C, D, E, and you're starting with the 4 and the 3. You're doing that because the 5 and the 4 are quite weak fingers. Getting those to play smoothly is a bit of a challenge, so do yourself a favour, do it with 4 and 3. Okay, and the plan then is to go 1, 2, 3. So you come back to that E 3 times. You'll find as we go through this piece, you've got to count that quite carefully because it's repetitive, which is easy in one sense that you don't have to think what you're playing, but of course you very easily lose count of what you're playing because you can't remember if you've done it 2 times or 3 times. So 1, 2, third time back to E, and then you go down to B, D, C, and you come to rest on the A for a minim. Okay, and the minim is quite long. It's the equivalent of 4 quavers, so da 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 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 quavers long, so don't rush off that minim. So your aim, you might think of it in blocks, but your aim is to get it as smooth as possible. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, C, 2. So that second part is a little bit simpler. It's just A for 2, then a third beat, B for 2, then a third beat, and C for 2. Then you just do exactly what you've just played. You play it again. A for 2, B for 2, and then this time instead of going up to C like you did before, you go A for 2, then B for 2, then back to A. Okay, so you don't go up to C, you go back to A. And then you're going to play the whole thing through. So let me just play you the A section the first time, and then I'll show you the repeat. So here we go. For 2, 3, B for 2, 3, C for 2. Bar 5, A for 2, 3, B for 2, then back to A, repeat. A for 2, then B for 2, then C for 2. A for 2, then B for 2, then back to A. So that's how the A section goes in the right hand. In the left hand, all you're going to do is you're going to rock between. It doesn't play anything for the first bar, so this part is unaccompanied, which is useful because that needs to be concentrated on. And then when you hit A with the thumb here, you're going to also hit A with the thumb here. So you play A for 3, and remember 3 is even slower. 1, 2, 3, E, down to E, then back to A, off, and that's set, and that kind of A that you come back to is just a minim, so that again this part is by itself. And then you back to A for 3, E for 3, then back to A for 2. So let's put those together. As I say, the left hand doesn't do anything to start with, but be ready in position for that thumb, and it's going to hit on the A with the thumb at the same time as the right hand hits on the A with the thumb. So that should hopefully be fairly convenient to play. Together, then dropping down to the 4, then back up to the thumb. So get used to moving down, then back up to the, that's it. And try not to lift the left hand off when the right hand changes notes, because the right hand restates the notes, so don't come off there. Hold it down, together, off, and then the right hand carries on by itself, down, together, hold, down to the E, then back again, and you do all that all again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Good, so that's the A section, both hands together. The B section is a kind of alternative, kind of contrasting tune, and then the C section is a bit like a link. We'll show you how the C section works in a minute. So the B section, you're going to move your right hand, you've just finished on the A there with your thumb, you're going to move it up to the B, which you're going to play with your thumb as well, and then you're going to go straight up. So the B section starts with the B, C, D, which lead into the E at the beginning of bar 10. So the B section doesn't begin at bar 10, it begins with those 3 leading in notes, or those 3 upbeat notes. So, and you want those to be nice and smooth, and then the minim is the E. 1, 2. So once you've done that, you've got this nice pattern in the right hand, so it goes higher and comes down with quaver, quaver, minim, quaver, quaver, minim, quaver, quaver, crotchet, and then you come off quite abruptly there, okay, at the beginning of the C section. We're just going to overlap these sections for the ease of learning. So just watch that pattern again. So from bar 10, let's forget the first 3 notes for the moment. It's a pattern. You can imagine that pattern carrying on. So it's called a sequence because that pattern keeps on going, but you obviously need to stop when you hit the B. So with the 3 leading notes, minim for 2, minim for 2, E, D, C for 2, D, C, B, stop. And there's a rest there, and that rest is quite important. The left hand, you've just finished playing on the A, and you're going to stretch down to the C, the low C, with your little finger, and it moves from C up to G. Now your thumb would be the obvious note finger to use on the G, but I'm going to suggest you use your 2, because you then need to go all the way up to A, and then you can put your 3 or your 4, whatever's most comfortable on the E. But again, that stops abruptly, it's just a crotchet. So you're used to these long notes, stretch to the 2, stretch to the thumb, then stopping abruptly, because that matches the right hand stopping abruptly. So together, remember, the left hand doesn't play until the fourth note. So it's da, 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 and it comes down with this minim on the E. Okay, so let's listen to that. Minim, then the pattern, stretching up to 2 in the left hand, up to thumb, then stopping abruptly, and then off for the rest. Listen to that once more. Nice and flowing, up to 2, up to the thumb, stopping abruptly, off. Okay, so that's the B section. The C section is only really short, and it's just a kind of link between the kind of B section and the D section. And you'll notice the D section is pretty much an exact repeat, really, of the A section. So the C section, you go from low E to high E. Okay, so you've just gone stop or off, and then low E, high E. And because it's an octave jump, I mean, I've got big hands, I could go straight to 4, but I'm going to go to 5. It's just a bit safer. And then I'm going to go back to the 4 for this part. Okay, so, and you notice you've got the same pattern that you had before, but instead of just playing it twice, you've actually got it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then back to E and finish off the pattern. Okay, so it kind of extends this by 3 beats. You've got to count that really carefully. It's why I've put it in brackets underneath so you can count it as you're playing it. So let's just go from the end of C. Okay, this is from C, rest, low E, high E, finger switch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going on. And then the rest is the same. Okay, and the left hand doesn't have anything to do in the C section. Once it's stopped abruptly at the beginning, here, it stops abruptly. It's like a solo for the left hand, or for the right hand rather. And you go on. And this is the same as before. After 2 beats, after that minimum, you stop and come off together. So that's how the whole piece works. I'm going to play it to you through once more from the beginning all the way through to the end. Watch out for those kind of repetitions of the A section and how the first time bar and the second time bar work, and then for that link section C, which is the kind of right hand solo. So here we go from the beginning, both hands ready, thumb ready here, although it doesn't play straight away, and I've got my 4th finger here. Here's the level 2 performance of FÜR ELISE. So that was the level 2 version of Beethoven's FÜR ELISE. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it helpful. If you have, then please hit the subscribe button below, as there's new pieces for you to learn coming out all the time. And remember, the music for all of them is free to download from the website pianoplayerpro.com. If you've got any questions or requests for future pieces, then do please get in touch via the comments section below. Have a great day then, and happy practicing.